In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate, yet equally important groups: the Fish People Police, who investigate crime, and the Fish People District Attorneys, who prosecute the offenders. These are their stories. And welcome back to more Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I'm Detective Wampalord for this episode, and as our recent springing from jail, or from the court system at least, has left us outside the court, time to continue back to the Republic Embassy and turn in the droid data that we recovered. But what's this young miss doing here?
It is you. I need your help.
Laura, of all the people, how did you even know I'd left Kashyyyk?
I didn't. Nobody knew where you were, not even Sunry. But I heard the Selkath mention you and your friends. The Force has brought you to help us.
Oh, the Force.
Whatever could be the matter, my dear?
It's horrible, Jolie. Sunry has been arrested. The Sith have accused him of murder.
Murder? But how?
It's all a mistake, Jolie. Sunry isn't a murderer. Someone is trying to frame him.
Calm down, Laura. Where's Sunry now?
Sunry's being held at the Selkath courts. They won't let anyone in to see him. Please, go to the courts. Talk to the judges. Maybe the Selkath will listen to you.
Don't worry, Laura. We'll get to the bottom of this and help Sunry. Somehow.
And so begins one of the longest, most in-depth, and, might I add, complicated side quests in the game. It's also quite enjoyable. So, well, thankfully, we are right outside the courtroom here. Let's head back in and talk to the judges about this Sunry conundrum.
The Republic respects the peace of Otto City, Your Honor. But the Sith are a violent people who leave violence in their wake. I have 3 soldiers in the infirmary.
If the Republic soldiers were more capable, they would not have
camera,
suffered
you're
such serious
looking at the wrong guy.
Are my soldiers to be punished simply because they won a fair fight?
I hardly call 6 against 3 a fair fight. The Sith are cowards who attack only
The camera
when
is
they
taking
have
a
the
POV
advantage of
shot.
numbers.
Oh, more fish talk. Sith and Republic were fighting. Big
They
shock.
were provoked, Your Honor. The Sith goaded them into this fight.
$10,000 credit fine to each side. That's pretty much all you need to know. Anyway. I'm not going to press charges on anyone. I'd like to investigate. So just like that, without any bar, licensing, or any sort of qualifications, I've been appointed Sunry's lawyer. Oh, I am a Jedi, which I guess counts as something.
I suppose you're Sunry's only hope. We have to at least try to help him.
Alright, lay it out for us. Seen leaving a hotel, leaving behind a dead Sith woman. He is crippled, so he's in a solitary holding cell. Witnesses at the hotel claim to have seen the killing, and the manager knows that we're coming. She was found shot by a blaster with an incriminating Republic medal in her hands. The evidence is stacked heavily against Sunry. It will take a lot of work to get him off.
Too heavily stacked, doesn't it? Very suspicious.
We can also interview the Fish People judges. Oh, and he's nice enough to throw us a good luck. Thanks. Well, we're on the case. First things first, let's go ahead and talk to Sunry about it. He's being held in the jail over here. Allura, we'll question you a little bit later. Nope, it's locked. Oh. Okay, now it will be unlocked. If we begin the trial, we talk to the warden. And there's Sunry. Before we talk to him, though...
When I get out of here, you're dead! I'll gut your fishy little corpse, cut off your head, and bathe in your blood!
I like him. Maybe we can recruit him for our team later. Let's take a look at the, where's the party select screen? Oh, damn, no room. Alright, well, let's just talk to Sunry.
Jolie,
Whoa.
what are you doing here? Laura sent me, Sunry. I'm here to get
Game.
you out of this mess. The courts went and made us arbiters for your case.
Just like old times, eh, Jolie? You come swooping in out of nowhere to save my tail from the fire?
You saved my wrinkled butt more than a few times as well,
Jolie
friend,
doesn't
if
like
I
Sunry
recall.
anymore.
But there'll be time for catching up later. Right now, we need to focus on the case.
The
Yes,
case
yes.
is a complete frame-up. Anyone looking at the evidence could see that. Or so I thought. But the cellcasts seem to think that there's enough to go to trial. There aren't any witnesses. All that evidence against me is circumstantial and completely flawed. Guess you could interview witnesses at the hotel where the murder happened. The Cellcath already did that, but the fish folk don't have much rapport with Offworlders. Maybe one of them was holding something back. But I think you'd be better off investigating the Sith themselves. Maybe you could find some proof they planted evidence to frame me. Though that might mean figuring out a way into the Sith embassy. Anything else I can help you with? I want my arbiter to be well prepared before we go to trial.
It's a bit of a red herring what he talks about with the Sith embassy.
Very well. I suppose there is still much you must do before the trial. Once you've gotten enough evidence
There's
to go
really
to trial,
nothing in there.
Just tell the warden we're ready. The sooner I get out of the cell, the better.
Okay. This LP is going to be, you know, a little bit of my usual, but also a bit of a walkthrough of the best way to do this quest. And by best, I mean the way that gets you the most XP and fulfills the way the thread is voted, which in this case is to make sure Sunry gets off scot-free. So let's travel to the hotel. Alright, here we are at the hotel. And here's the desk clerk. Let's ask him about his recollection of these events.
You're the one defending Sunry now, huh? Well, the hotel's open for you. And I guess I gotta answer any questions you want too.
I guess you do.
The Sith woman, Alasa, rented a room in the hotel. An hour or two later, Sunry comes in and goes to her room. A couple hours later, I hear a blaster shot and see Sunry running. He can't run good because he's a cripple. But he still was going pretty fast. I would swear he started after the shot, though. No, I don't think so. I mean, it's possible, just barely. But I wouldn't say that to the court.
Now, there's a trick here. It seems like forced persuasion to say that Sunry left beforehand, or persuading him, is the right course of action. But I found, for some reason, it screws it up. So, let him testify the truth.
What do you want to know?
The truth shall set Sunry free.
Well, okay. If you need anything else, I'm gonna be right here.
He's got quite a life. So we've got a couple people in the hotel to question. One of them is right here.
You with the Cellcath? You here to see me about the murder too? I told the damn fish everything I knew. What more do you all want from me? Sunry, I only heard of once or twice in passing. Some sort of old-time war hero against the Sith. Seen him around in the hotel, too. Going to Alasa's room always, of course. Kept the rest of the building up half the night with their damn antics usually.
That's pretty loud to play Tiddlywinks. Oh, relationship.
I'm not saying anything like that. What they did in that room in private is their business. And there isn't any rule against Sith and Republic seeing each other for personal reasons. Although if you think her Sith master didn't know, you must be fooling yourself.
Her what?
Well, Alasa was a Sith, so Of course, she'd have to have someone above her. Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Alright. Time to whip out the force guns.
You know, I think I could trust you. Heck, I don't even know why I shouldn't tell you. Well, one time, I saw Alassa coming in wearing this big cloak. I was on my way to my room, and she normally wears stuff like that, so I didn't pay her too much attention.
Even though I love fashion.
This time, I accidentally brushed up against her. Accidentally, of course. And her cloak fell open. Now, I don't have any qualms about the Sith. I leave them alone, and they leave me alone. And seeing as how Alassa had a Sith lightsaber under her cloak, I'm not going to poke that hornet's nest.
Bum bum bum!
Seems so. But I'm not getting myself in any further with the Sith. I know how ruthless they are. Now, that's all I'm going to tell you. I'll testify to the court, but you aren't going to get anything else out of me.
Oh, dark side points just for greasing the wheels of justice? Damn it. Are you serious?
Ready.
What?
No, no. God, trying to block me in. Tiny little rooms. This hotel sucks. It has 4 rooms. This is a roadie named Glooper. Glooper likes to talk in the third person. Let's just get the info out of him. Glooper makes oddly specific denial about not being paid to go into the room. Come on, Glooper. This is a key fact to figure out for the trial. The Sith paid Glooper to plant Sunry's medal on the murdered woman. Goodbye, Glooper. Alright, so now we've got that as well. And that's pretty much all we need to accomplish at the hotel. Let's make our way out of the hotel. What's mysterious man? Well, maybe he'll let us pass in. Damn it!
Jedi, I hear you're investigating the Sunry murder trial, are you not? This case is not at all what it appears to be. Many currents, might I say, flow beneath the surface.
What?
This murder is much more complicated than it may first appear. Sunry and Alassa are proxies for their governments, and both sides want the other to fail. You can see the journey by the footprints.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get away from me. What?
Dear. I'm saying they both had something to do with it. They've both kept their hands in this from the start. If you want to get to the bottom,
I'm confused.
You might seek information from both the Sith and the Republic, likely in their embassies. Because you have no one else to trust. Not Sunry, not the witnesses, and certainly not the judges.
Well, that's comforting.
If you take my advice, what have you to lose? Heed my advice, Jedi, and you may yet find the truths in this murder.
Again, the game feeds you a bit of a red herring about the Sith Embassy. Going there will not accomplish anything. However, his tip about checking out the Republic Embassy is a good one. So let's go in here. You'll have to wait. And gee, it's only if we had access to their computer room. Oh my god, we totally have access to their computer room. So time to slice in here. And look at this, restricted data archives. Sunry Incident Archive. There's a recording device view of Sunry and Alassa. He closes the door and shoots her. Well, it seems pretty cut and dry. That gives you some XP and everything. This is important if you're trying to do this in the way to get you the most XP, which is a bit of the whole walkthrough part that I promised. Because God, it took me forever to figure out how to do this quest properly. Well, we're pretty much done with the hotel and the Republic Embassy part. Time to head back to the court. Okay, we're back. Well, we've learned a few more facts about the case. It's time to ask Allura some questions.
I hear you've been appointed as arbiter in Sunry's trial. My husband is innocent. Please don't let him go to jail for a crime he didn't commit. Of course not. Yes. Yes, he was having an affair. He was seeing that Sith woman. After all these years we've been together, he just dropped me like that.
Maybe you could have lost some weight.
Not publicly, oh no. But inside, that's what it feels like. He started seeing Alasa last year. I had my suspicions for a while, but he was careless. Pretty soon everyone knew. But even though I'm sure that harlot was only using him, I know he couldn't have killed her.
This voice actor's really bringing it
He
here.
confessed to the affair to me. He said he was going there to break it off, to end it. Maybe the Sith woman attacked him, and he had to defend himself. But even though he cheated on me, inside he's still the man I loved. Love. He's too kind and gentle to have killed her in cold blood.
That's funny, but I have a recording.
Find the real evidence. That's all I ask. The real evidence will prove Sunry didn't do this.
God, she was worse than Phil Spector's wife. Well, let's confront Sunry. We've got the recording.
Jolie, coming to check in on an old man? I must confess, I would rather you were
My
here
name's
to
not
speak to the
Jolie.
warden and begin my trial.
Soon, old friend. We don't want to go to trial until we've got the whole picture.
Oh, I grow weary of staring at these four bare walls.
You're actually in a
I
cage?
suppose you know what you're doing. You know, the role of arbiter cannot be taken lightly.
We gotta clear some shit up here.
Go ahead, ask. Ask what you need to. I've got nothing to hide.
Really? What about the whole murder? I've got the recording.
So the truth is out. I never meant to kill her, you know.
You shot her!
When I found out she was a Sith spy using me to gain information, something inside me just snapped. She didn't know I had found out. So I waited until she fell asleep. And then I killed her. Simple, really.
Well,
Once I
yeah.
realized what I'd done, I panicked. I contacted those spies from the Republic to help me. I found the illegal monitoring device that the Sith had planted in the room, altered its recording to hide my part in it, and cleared up the evidence. I figured that was the end of it. The Sith must have been spying on me and Alasa, trying to make sure she wasn't a double agent. They must have seen the Republic spies getting rid of all the evidence. So they planted their own evidence. Alasa must have stolen that hero's cross from me long ago and given it to her Sith masters like some kind of trophy. I just thought I'd misplaced it. But when the cross turned up on her body, I knew the Sith had put it there. So, now you know the whole story. What are you going to do?
Well, what's the thread going to do? And the thread is voted. We will act as the best Sith lawyer should and get our client off regardless of his sliminess.
But Sunry is a murderer. I'm sorry, old friend, but you are. I can't approve of this. You go ahead, however, if that's what you think is best.
I'm glad you decided to see reason in this. If I'm convicted, it could cause trouble for the Republic Embassy here on Manan. And none of us want that now, do we?
Just have to lie to ourselves like every criminal defender does, that we're an integral part of the system. And we fight for innocence, truth, and the Mananian way. Well, I believe we have enough to go to trial. I'm going to go ahead and save because this has been known to get temperamental. And by no means are you guaranteed to win unless you do everything exactly right. But we're ready to go to trial here. God, their texture is actually slimy. Alright, let's begin the trial. Don't question me, fish face. Huh, that works. Are you deaf, Flipperhead? He doesn't even take offense. I like it. Oh, great. A whole trial of fish speak. Predict some skipping here. Alright, the judges introduce themselves. The trial has begun. They ask for our opening statement. Very tempting, but I think they would take offense. God, our guy is stone-faced. Are you... Wow. Man, don't try to play the blinking game. An impartial observer is the district attorney.
It is an honor to see justice served.
Oh, what a snot.
I will see Sunry is executed for the crime he has committed.
This guy is one of the worst lawyers ever, and by that I mean he deserves his own spin-off, like Boston Legal. Alright. The hotel owner is about to give his testimony of the events that occurred. Let's watch.
The man I saw leaving, Sunry, probably left after I heard the blaster shot.
The guilt of the accused is apparent even this early in the trial.
Witness time. You can poll the judges after each witness to see how they're feeling about the case. I'm not going to bother doing it, because they usually are non-committal.
You are Firith Me, the well-known Pazak player. I wonder if we can trust the word of a gambler as reliable testimony.
Objection! Hey, it's like I'm playing Ace Attorney here.
Of course, Your Honor. Firith Me, what did you see the night of the murder?
Well, I came out into the hallway after hearing the blaster shot and saw Sunry over there limping down the hall out of the building.
A very obvious point, Your Honors. The accused was seen leaving the scene of the crime after the blaster that killed Elasa was fired.
We get it. That's your only point. Bum bum bum!
Yes, from what I could tell. She carried a lightsaber under that cloak of hers.
Objection! That doesn't prove she was a Jedi.
She could just be an insufferably, proud swordsman with an eye for antiques. The key distinction every lawyer should make.
You mean actually see him kill her with my own eyes? Well, no, but I don't think there could have been anyone else there.
I watch enough TV law to know it's all about getting them to get extremely specific. That's all my questions, Your Honor. No, I'm not going to poll the judges. Oh, Glupor.
Glupor the Rhodian, you were staying in the hotel
That's
the
not
night
his
of the murder
name.
and saw Sunry leaving Elasa's room, didn't you?
Again, his only fact is that Sunry was seen leaving the hotel.
This is clear, then, that Sunry left the room with the Sith Elasa already dead behind him.
My turn.
Glupor, Glupor.
Don't do it, Glupor.
Glupor kan kindavik nibora tong chitsa.
Lies! Slander! I object!
Glupor wonky.
Glupor wonky. Again, Did you actually see it, Glupor? Did you?
Lupor tong himo majit lupor aki ukotun sit. Lupor no mulira chuni mulira tong Sunry. King ba no konik dorcha. Chubaka chupak lupor. Chawa whiskey sit.
And that's it. No, no judge polling.
You, Elora, are Sunry's lawful wife. Your husband was a hero in the last war between the Sith Empire and the Republic. He was crippled in that war. Do you not believe he'd blame the Sith for his injury?
Yes.
Ah, we're going for motive, apparently.
And there you have motive. Sunry seeks revenge on the Sith for what they did to him and killed Elasa.
Lawyer face. It's important if you're playing this to bring up the affair first, otherwise the Sith brings it up and for some reason it makes you lose the case almost constantly. So you need to bring it up here.
Yes. Yes, it was true. He was having an affair with that Sith harlot.
It seems painfully obvious that he killed her to keep her quiet about the affair.
It seems like this is a misstep because it reinforces the motive, but it's not.
He'd been seeing her for some time, I think. But he said he was going to change. He'd gone there that night to end it. We talked the night before and he'd promised. But now things have become so very complicated.
That's all the questions you should ask her. No, no judge polling.
I wish to call forth Sunry himself, Your Honors. Are you a war hero, Mr. Sunry? You fought in wars against the Sith Empire, correct?
Yes, that's right. And I don't regret it either. The Republic needs its heroes.
Indeed.
He brings a new
Would
meaning
you
to the
say
term
that you
Old Republic.
dislike the
Ha!
Sith? Even hate them?
Of course I hate them. Trying to take over the galaxy every chance they get, killing millions of innocents?
Pure politics. Were you in Elasa's room on the night of the murder?
Well, yes, I was. I had been having an affair with Elasa and my wife, yes. But I realized how wrong I'd been, and I was going there to end it.
You were having an affair with a Sith, you wanted to end it quickly and quietly, so you killed her from behind and tried to flee.
No,
The funny thing is the Sith guy is completely in the right. God, they have teeth too. Why do they have teeth? Yeah, my turn to ask questions.
Yes, I think they would. They wouldn't want to lose one of their sources, even though I didn't give them anything. They might have killed her for her failure. Or they might have thought she'd turn against them or something like that.
The Sith Empire is not the barbaric institution you portray it to be.
We have uniforms and everything. Alright, that's it. Even now, if you poll the judges, they are inconsequential, but closing statements is where cases are won or lost. Every good lawyer knows this. Closing statement time.
I think the facts in this case are very straightforward. Sunry was having an affair with Elasa.
True.
He sought to end it, and the simplest, quickest method, given his hatred of the Sith, was to simply kill her.
Not quite
Witnesses
true.
saw Sunry fleeing the scene, and material evidence places him there at the time of the murder as well.
Planted
I am confident
evidence.
that any informed observation of the facts will lead the judges, Your Honors, to this very conclusion.
Alright, our turn. It's a key distinction.
Well, that doesn't mean a thing. He was there, running from the room.
And then the other thing to say, don't bring up the fact that he's crippled, don't bring up that they're obviously evil. Say that the Sith killed her because Sunry was having the affair.
The Sith would not leave the medal of her killer clutched in her hand.
You planted that. And that's it. Now, in theory, this should work. In practice, it's been extremely temperamental. Huzzah! Not guilty! Not only is he not guilty, they decide to find the Sith guilty of conspiracy and obstruction of justice.
No!
You shut the fuck up. You got lawyered. For the next year, they have to pay to subsidize Republic purchases, which translates into discounts for us on Manon stores.
Oh, Sunry, I'm so glad.
Elora, thank you for saving me. I don't know how I can repay you. Elora and I are going to leave here and get as far away from all this as soon as we can. I and the Republic will not forget what you've done for us. Thank you.
Hey, you know what? It's good to chalk up a win every now and then. And that'll do it for the Sunry trial quest. That's a good way of getting him innocent. In fact, it's fairly the only way. The game is extremely temperamental. It's extremely easy to get him convicted, even without the recording. You just have to suck as a lawyer. So, that wraps up that little side quest. Fun little side quest. A lot of stuff. And that'll also wrap up. And here we are, just where we left off at the beginning of the video, right outside the courtroom. That'll wrap it up for this video. Hope you all enjoyed. And we'll see you next time on Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. Thanks for watching.